Welcome to the GPP Core FanDuel edition, sponsored by Jock Market. I'm going to be building 3 FanDuel lineups using the Awesemo.com Boom Bust and Top Stacks tools. Hopefully get you guys off to a good start for Week 12. So got a really interesting week. I guess I think a little bit of short time to prepare because Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a great one. So I think we can really get an advantage this week. We'll start off with the Chargers stack. They've been throwing a lot this year, and they got terrific options with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Jared Cook, as well as Eckler. But if I'm stacking the quarterback, you can go with Eckler. I definitely want to get Cook in there because tight end's hard this week, and he's really low owned. It looks like Keenan Allen is really chalk this week, but Mike Williams has a lot of upside, so I'll go with Mike Williams. I do like some of the run back options on the Broncos, Sutton, Judy, and Patrick, all very solid, but looks like we have Judy projected the best. He's been having a great year this year, so that's no surprise. I'll go with him since I feel most confident, although I could go with Sutton if I want to get a little bit different. We'll come back to that if I need to. All right, at running back, Eckler looks good. Dalvin Cook and Taylor, all pretty equivalent. I'm not going to go with Eckler since I stacked this one up, but Cook at 8,100, that seems like a very reasonable price on FanDuel, so slot them in there. And then I want to need someone that gives me a little bit of positive leverage, some Miles Sanders. A little bit lower owned than we think he should be this week. The Eagles have been running the ball a ton, so I really like the spot as favorites. And defense, I do have a lot of money left, so I don't mind spending up, maybe getting the defense correlation with my running back, the Eagles defense. Our wide receiver, Deebo Samuel, looks like a great option. It does depend who I want to get as my flex. But I could go Samuel Godwin. That seems pretty interesting. I feel like this lineup might be a little bit chalky, but we can make the pivot in a second if so. All right, under 10% contrarian ranking. That means I'm going to have less contrarian lineup than 90% of the field, but my projection is higher than 90% of the field too. Not horrible, but I can really improve that with some small tweaks. The first, I'm going to take Judy out. I'm going to replace him with Courtland Sutton. A little bit less chance to go off, but still in a great spot. I got 80. I got 500 left, so I can flip one of these guys, get a little bit more contrarian. I think Godwin may be overly popular this week, so if I can find someone 8K, that could help. James Robinson, that gets me to 20 to 30% contrarian. Cordarrelle Patterson, 30 to 40%. So you can see how small tweaks in who you play can make a big difference in the overall contrarianness of your lineup. And this is one of the cool features of our lineup builders. You get this feedback instantly. I do want to mention Jock Market. So that's a different way to play fantasy where you buy stock of players and you get rewarded for how well they do based on ranking from best to worst. So if the guy you buy stock in gets the highest fantasy point total on the slate, you get $25 and down from there. We have our projections for the IPO prices for every player. So Dalvin Cook is my top stud in this lineup, as well as Deebo Samuel. So I'm going to be looking for a price of under $693 on Jock Market for Cook and $714 for Samuel. And then I'll make money on average. All right, let's pull the second lineup. Jimmy Garoppolo is someone I'm very intrigued by this week. People hate playing this guy because he's not really someone known for great fantasy performances, but the main thing is his performance is going to be as good as Samuel plus Kittle, basically. There's some other options on the team, but these are the main guys. If they both have a good game, Garoppolo is a great +1 where you just have that position locked down. And then I do kind of want to get a run back because San Francisco is not a very pass-heavy team. So you want the Vikings to stay in this one. Justin Jefferson seems like the obvious one along with Cook, but I do want more passing in this game, so Jefferson makes a lot of sense here. All right, I did spend up on three players basically, so I need some good value. Ty Johnson, not a household name, but with Michael Carter out, he's going to be thrust into a pretty good workload. I'm willing to buy in on him. And then let's get a value wide receiver. T. Higgins seems like he fits the bill. Kind of plays second fiddle to Jamar Chase, but this is a good team that passes a lot, so Higgins can definitely be a slate breaker. And then at defense, let's go with maybe we can go with the Jets. They're facing Houston. I don't think anyone's going to want to play them, but I think we can do a little bit better. Let's go to the Dolphins. Cam Newton, new to the team. There could be some miscommunications there, so I think that this one has some upside. Running back, we need someone that's going to be kind of on the pricier side. Eckler is someone I think that the team's in a great spot this week. If I can find him. All right, so the favorites versus Broncos, he can get it done running and receiving, so I think that pretty safe option. He has 7,500 left. That might be a little bit tough to fill, but Saquon Barkley is exactly 7,500. That shows my lineup as not being very contrarian or very good value, so that's pretty much a fail. But I can experiment with some more players here. I think I need a good value play, so maybe I'll go with Miles Sanders again. And then I need to up my contrarian ranking. So to do that, I might need to pivot off someone that's a little bit more popular. So Debo to Cup seems like maybe an option. Cup is a little bit lower owned and a fantastic player, but the weather in that game isn't the greatest, and the matchup isn't either, so maybe he'll be a little bit lower on this week. And then maybe I can find a defense that's a little bit more contrarian. All right, 3,300 left is enough for the Bengals. All right, so I'm having a little bit of trouble making this lineup a little bit more contrarian, but you guys get the general idea. You can you want to tweak these until you get good rankings in our lineup builder. All right, lineup 3, Tua Tagovailoa. The Dolphins pass at a very high rate. He's only 2% owned, and the matchup versus Carolina is not scary in the least, so he's a great option. You're going to want him plus Waddle and Gesicki or Gaskin, two of the three. So let's go with Waddle and Gesicki. I think that this whole team is well owned enough that I'm not as worried about, everyone having the same combination of players. On the other side, I don't know if we need a run back for sure, but DJ Moore is someone that is in a good spot. Miami's defense isn't particularly strong. And I could even throw Gaskin in here, but let's hold off on that. Let's go with Cook at running back and Eckler. That'll give me some really solid projection. And then I'll throw in a defense that's on the cheap side. The Dolphins defense, I can't do that because I have a Carolina player in the Miami stack, so that doesn't make much sense. The Chargers defense plus Eckler. I think that's pretty interesting. That correlation isn't something I go out of my way to do, but since the Chargers were on my list here and have positive leverage, I think that I don't mind that I have the running back, and it could be even a plus. All right. I have a really contrarian stack, but everyone else I picked is fairly chalky, so maybe I want one more contrarian-ish pick. Jerry Jeudy has positive leverage, so that's a nice pickup for my team. And then 7,300 left. I can go a little bit contrarian at running back and get Darrell Henderson. I think that the Rams are, a little bit of a favorite in this one, but the main thing is he's just not very high owned. Contrarian ranking, well above average, 60 to 70th percentile. Projection, 80th to 90th percentile. So this would be that's kind of both gaining an advantage in ownership and in projection. So that's really what we're looking for. Guys, make sure to check out our sponsor, Jock Market. They match your first deposit up to $50, and it's a fun way to play fantasy, just investing in players. So they're a lot of fun. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them in the comments below. If you could like the video and subscribe, much appreciated, and good luck this week.